Sustainability, eco-friendly, going green. These terms have been used a lot lately. But what do they mean for an isolated Hawaiian island like Molokai? Is living sustainably something new here, or has it been around for a while? With only 8,000 residents and a wealth of natural resources, the island of Molokai represents a place with great potential for sustainable living. In fact, many residents are already utilizing this potential in creative ways. What makes Molokai unique is that while some pursue sustainability through new technologies, others find it through ancient Hawaiian practices. A major concern for Molokai is the fact that the island is currently fossil fuel dependent. Diesel is burned to provide electricity, while gasoline powers trucks and cars. Because gas and oil, food and other goods are shipped in from thousands of miles away, Molokai has one of the highest costs of living in the United States. One Molokai resident, however, doesn't pay for fuel. He gets it for free. And he's starting an eco-friendly business to help generate income for his family.
Thought there'd be people interested in, an environmentally sensitive alternative to getting transportation, either for tours on the island for tourists that are coming and visiting, or just for general transportation for people that need to get around. So what I'm using is waste vegetable oil, and to use that you have to use a diesel, a car that has a diesel engine. I have 2 cars converted now. One of them we've been using for about 3 years, off and on. And the other one we just got a couple months ago, and we're going to use that for the transportation company. So this is where I filter all the oil. I get oil that's been used in the fryers at the Hotel Molokai restaurant, and I recycle it. So this is oil that's waiting to get filtered, and this is my filtering setup. And this is my storage tank where I store it before I put it into the cars. There's several reasons I decided to do it. One of them is economic. When diesel hit $5 a gallon, it was a little too much. But also it really reduces my carbon footprint to be recycling the oil instead of that going into the landfill. Well, I think sustainability is doing things that you're not depleting resources, doing things that you're either reusing resources or making things that regenerate themselves. It's a way to be living gentler on the planet, more sensitive to what we're doing to the earth, and I don't know, it just feels good to do that.
While Levy uses recycled vegetable oil to power his vehicles, there are other businesses on island that are also implementing green technologies. One of these is a local grocery store that recently covered its rooftops with solar panels.
Solar panels was installed in sometime of November. I believe there's like 330 panels totaling here and on the warehouse, on 2 sides of the warehouse. One of the main reasons why we went with solar panels was monthly electric bills was running about anywhere from like 6 to 7, maybe even 8 grand a month. We're trying to see if we can get even different compressors for the reefers and the freezers that actually gonna save some too. So with the panels and with us changing the compressors, it's gonna make a really big difference in the energy. All in all, it's actually a good thing.
Businesses that implement renewable energy systems eventually save huge amounts on electric costs that can, in turn, be used to lower the costs of their goods and also benefit their employees. Friendly Market is not only supporting sustainable energy production, the store also supports local farmers by stocking its shelves with produce grown on island.
We're really proud of our Molokai farmers. On Molokai we have the largest production of sweet potatoes in the state of Hawaii. We're proud of that. And we have a lot of local farmers that grow things for us like kai choy and eggplant, green onions, a lot of products. We're trying to really encourage more farmers to grow things on island because we really want to stay like an agricultural kind of island. When Molokai people or when any local people buy local produce, you support our whole island. We want to keep the monies on island and support each other. And sometimes it's just maybe a little cheaper to buy something that was produced on the mainland, but it's really not fresh enough. Here you get things, it might not be the greatest looking, you might not have the perfect tomato, but it's not grown in a greenhouse that's sterile. You have something that's grown out of volcanic soil, somebody's put a lot of effort into it. And what goes around comes around. We really believe that. So please support your local farmers. They work really, really hard.
Molokai residents have a lot of options when it comes to local produce. Farmers markets are a great place to find fresh island products. Many large and small-scale farmers are incorporating organic agricultural practices as well.
We grow our olive oil organically under certified organic conditions, and are always sold on Molokai and throughout the state.
Growing organically helps to keep Molokai free of pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and genetically altered plant life. Growing organically helps protect natural resources for future generations, keeps people healthy, and adds value to local exports. Buying island produce is not only healthy and good for the local economy, it is also a way to help reduce global carbon emissions. When you think about how much fuel it takes to grow, package, and ship food products from overseas, you begin to understand how smart it is to buy locally. Living in the uplands of Molokai are a husband and wife that are committed to reducing their carbon footprint in a variety of creative ways. John and Artie have designed their entire lifestyle around renewable energy and sustainable living.
I've always wanted an electric car, but in terms of the global warming, no longer burning hydrocarbons, and we needed to walk the talk, so we got an electric car, and then we can charge it off of our solar panels. And that way we use no gasoline whatsoever. There are 6 batteries altogether for 172 volt system. It has 0 emissions. It's quiet, so there's virtually no noise pollution. There's no noxious gases going into the atmosphere because of this vehicle. Then up on top of my shop and my office on this building, we have the 40 solar panels that we use to power the house. Now we have what's called a grid tie, and the grid tie allows us to use the electrical grid of Maui Electric as our batteries, so to speak, in our storage. So we're producing electricity during the day, and then we draw power from Maui Electric at night, for example, or when it's raining and cloudy. But we pretty much break even over the year, how much energy we produce and how much energy we use. We have a Black & Decker 24 volt cordless mulching lawnmower. So that charges off of our solar system. Then in addition to that, it's a Black & Decker cordless weed whacker. So that way we charge everything off the solar system. We don't have to use any gasoline. Part of what we're doing is not burning any hydrocarbons. Burning of hydrocarbons like gasoline or even propane all of that goes into carbon dioxide and water vapor into the atmosphere, and it's causing global warming.
While John is in charge of managing household energy systems, his wife Artie takes on the gardening to provide healthy, homegrown food for the table.
Our yard looks like a total mess, but it's absolutely wonderful in my mind. We have a beginning compost heap, a maturing compost heap. One of the backbones of our diet is the sweet potato patch, which runs all the way to the back of the yard. You see pepinellas growing up there, a banana orchard beginning. All along the house, you'll see all kinds of ways that we've used to expand our garden area. So we get about 50% of our food out of our yard. We look at it as Food City, and my goal is to have this whole yard as a food forest. Now, we're in our 70s, so probably this isn't going to just all come up for us, but it will be here for whoever inherits this land. We've got to look to the next generations and start planting and providing for them.
Sustainability means, first of all, we're doing as much for ourselves as possible. We are helping our neighbors as much as possible, sharing. So we're sharing seeds, we're sharing food, we're sharing information on how we go about doing this and why we're going about doing it.
John and Artie's commitment to living sustainably allows them to live ordinary lives, but with less dependency on fossil fuel. Some on Molokai, however, choose even simpler lifestyles. One native Hawaiian family in central Molokai has been living sustainably for years.
This is our homestead lot in Ho'olehua, and we've been here for over almost 20 years now. And I have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. Our whole lifestyle has been based on what we can afford. So we planted our bananas, we planted mac nuts, we planted papayas, we planted ganduri beans, all kinds of vegetables. We planted taro, avocados, breadfruit. I depend a lot on subsistence, going to either get stuff on the land that we grow or going hunting. Hunting is a big part of our family over here. So all of my sons know how to hunt. So the deer is an interesting animal. It was brought here 1860s. So it's part of the Hawaiian kingdom. The deer was part of that. And then ever since then till now, especially on the island of Molokai, it's become part of a staple diet for Hawaiians. So people don't understand that it was always part of the kingdom and that we have the rights to go do these things.
Well, I think makes you appreciate them more when you got to work for them. You cannot just walk in a store and go buy it, and you don't really appreciate what you eat there. If you got to sweat for them, then you appreciate them. Then you don't waste.
Well, sustainability is something that was taught to us since we were young, and it starts with no poho, which is no waste.
Not only does Walter limit waste, he also finds creative, economical solutions for everyday living. He's even found a use for an invasive shoreline tree called mangrove.
This is the new house that we're building. The first thing we did was went to pick the mangrove posts along the ocean. We cut all the mangrove posts, took off all the bark, brought it up here, put it in the shade for a couple months. So the post is all free, and our goal was to have an affordable house. So all of the lumber that we bought was under $5,000. So we're not talking about labor, and we're just talking about material cost. This house probably going to cost us in the end, after we put everything together, under $10,000. So for us, that's an affordable house. So we try to live within our means so that that way your whole life becomes sustainable. We've been living like this for coming up to 20 years. So nothing has been easy, but it's a really good way of living, because you know that if everything else fails around you, you have the skills and the knowledge to keep things going. For me, sustainability is making use of every single thing that you can make use of without wasting it, and using it over and over and over if you have to. As a Hawaiian, it means if we just can learn traditional cultural ways that used to work, that allowed for the Hawaiians to be here for thousands of years, then we'll be in the heart of sustainability.
To better understand the brilliance behind ancient Hawaiian sustainability practices, one just has to visit East Molokai's Halawa Valley. Found throughout the valley are the remnants of a large population that thrived here for nearly 1,500 years. Complex irrigation systems and hundreds of rock-lined terraces lie hidden beneath today's overgrown canopy of trees. Halawa Valley was once an agricultural powerhouse, producing food for the entire island. Over the last 100 years, westernization has lured most people out, leaving the valley with only a handful of residents. Visiting with those who live here today gives great insight to the values and practices of the ancient Hawaiians that lived here long before. Thinking about these past generations has one family, thinking about future generations as well. Jaya and Malia restore and replant ancient lo'ikalo, or taro fields in Halawa Valley, while teaching their children important life skills and values.
The first day we just started clearing how, and that was it. We just started and we just kept going, kept doing it. And now we have all these lo'i. We harvest once a week or once every other week, just for enough to eat for our family and to share with friends and to trade with the community. I have a daughter, a son, and me and my wife, and we all work together and do what we do, and we harvest about 30 pounds a week, and we trade about 15 pounds a week, and then that gives us deer meat, fish, whatever else we need, limu, you name it, what Molokai has, we trade for it.
Eli, come eat, baby.
This is just part-time. We have a regular job where we take care of a park. Part-time, we're artists, and then part-time we grow our own food.
Then we grow like our own ava, and we don't just grow kalo. We have a white mountain apple tree right there. We have patches of wala up there. We have cooking bananas and different kinds of apple bananas.
This is wala. Some varieties are white, some are purple.
Right here are the sugar cane, the mountain apples, the pink mountain apple. This is the new kalo that we just planted about last week Thursday, and we fertilize it with ashes, and we just stick the kalo in there. First we push our hands down like this with a handful of ashes, then we take the kalo and we put it in there.
Yeah, so we homeschool our kids. The kids learn a lot faster. They learn from our mistakes, and they see who we are, and they really know their parents well. And this is really important for us because it teaches them who we are and who our grandparents were and how we provide for our family and how they can provide for their family. And teaching that to our children is really what sustainability is about, because it's something that's been practiced for generations before us. And as long as we just perpetuate that and just teach them, some basic life skills, that, they'll be prosperous in what they do.
Doing this gives us purpose in life and the satisfaction of doing something that's worthwhile, doing something simple, and just being one as a family and being close to the earth.
Yeah, it's really important for us to be together and to teach our children how to make food from the land, because they need to be able to support themselves. it's really important for them to know that even if you have absolutely nothing, that all you need is the land and God, and you'll have everything that you need. And I mean, this is how we teach them that.
While Jaya and Malia focus on the future, one man on the other side of Halawa Valley is thinking about the past. Filippo Solatorio was born and raised in Halawa. He remembers how life used to be. Today, he is a vessel of wisdom for Hawaiian tradition and history.
This is the house, well, not exactly the house that I grew in. It was much more larger. My grandparents, great-grandparents, or my parents, that house had burned down in the late 50s. And so my parents put this house out, but I was born here on this land, on the other house. So when I came back, fix up the place, make it livable, and start doing what I'm doing. Today I had the Molokai High School students here to learn about their culture so that they can have a better understanding of who they are, yeah, and their connection to the Aina, to Haloa, the Kalo. And the whole reason for this kind of education is to teach people to have respect for. I live the life of sustainability, yeah, where we live off the land. And as you can see, that goes way back in the beginning of time. And it was always green then. And it is so important to go back into that kind of system again, because growing your own things and living with Mother Nature, like what you see here, this whole valley, the people that live in this Ahopua had everything. And this is why here in this valley it is called, the way we pronounce it back those days with our kupuna is ha lava, which means sufficient, because they had everything that they needed. They didn't need anything else. I hope, I pray that the young people will move forward, but not to forget that the sustainability started with the kupunas from way back. We need to go back and kind of look at the kupuna, what they have done, and kind of learn from that period. You can use some, maybe not all, but you can take the modern and the ancient ways of sustainability and make a balance. Everything that the Hawaiian people do, there is always a pule. Yeah, that's respect to Akua, respect to our ancestors. We always help pule and ask for help and guidance. We never went on our own way. Yeah. We depended so much on everything that Akua had blessed us with. Go back, yeah, and look at Akua and say, we need help. Inspire us, and we're going to have to listen. Yeah, Akua answers prayers. Our ancestors answers our prayers. You got to listen to the winds, listen to the trees, listen to the sounds, even the birds. Yeah, the insects, the cry of any animal. Hey, part of the answers why they are the way they are. I don't care how we do things, which way we're going to go. The only way for me I can see, number one, is respect. Let's all put our heads together, try it out. If this here don't work, okay, let's try another technique. Yeah, but don't grumble with each other. And I don't like the way you do it. I want to, hey, fix it up, make pono. And pono starts with the individual. And the Hawaiians have it. Yeah. How you do that? Aloha i ke kahi, and all will fall in place.
Aloha i ke kahi, to love one another. Perhaps this is where sustainability really begins, with the ability for individuals to find love and respect in their hearts. If all humans can practice love and respect within their families and with their neighbors, then maybe we can practice with nature and the planet. On the island of Molokai, the concept of sustainability covers a broad scope of ideas and practices. Examples of sustainable living are found across the island and throughout the community. Whether these chosen lifestyles come out of a desire to reduce carbon emissions or to honor ancient Hawaiian practices, the overall result is a healthier environment, stronger local economy, and a happier, more independent community of people. Molokai, like the rest of the world, has much work to do before it can truly be a sustainable society. But it's something worth striving for. And each individual that adds to the effort increases humankind's potential to achieve balance, well-being, and abundance without sacrificing natural resources or quality of life. Whether it's the island of Molokai or the island we call Earth, sustainable living is clearly our future's greatest hope.